Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the SLA Industries 2nd edition role-playing game. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this splatterpunk sci-fi noir experience, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the rest of the threats, the Game Master section, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this RPG. When it comes to SLA Industries threats, sometimes the dangers come from inside SLA itself. We start with the Shivers. The Shivers police the streets of Mort City and the boundaries of the cannibal sectors beyond. Once composed exclusively of human recruits, the force now accepts applications from anyone passionate enough to want to face the daily grind on the street. Shivers get a hard time from operatives, and in turn give them a hard time back. The Shiver organization is divided into 3 brigades, each led by a Shiver commander who has ultimate control of the thousands of individuals that work beneath them. There is Central Patrol, which is the smallest of the 3 brigades, and is responsible for policing the perimeter wall and suburbia. Then we have the Sector Shivers, currently fighting the Bellwood campaign in Cannibal Sector 1, under the leadership of the highly respected Shiver commander, Cradle. Then we have Downtown Patrol, led by Shiver commander Arthur Walsington. The Downtown Patrol is the largest of the 3 brigades, and where all the new recruits start. Generally, the best trained of all Shivers, or at least those with the most experience, are shipped out to Cannibal Sector 1, to join the Sector Shivers. There are various Shiver types overall. We have the Street Shiver, often known as Base Shivers. The Street Shiver is the most common type of Shiver found within Mort City and makes up over 85% of the Shiver forces. We also have the Fast Response Shiver. When it gets serious, the Street Shiver Sergeant can call in backup. The first to answer this call will be a Shiver of the Fast Response Department. Then there is the Dispersal Shiver. Formerly 2 distinct Shiver departments, Enforcer Shivers were amalgamated into the Breacher Shiver Department in 907 SD, when it became clear that no one really knew what one department did differently from the other. We also have the Base Homicide Shiver. As part of the Shiver Investigation Department, Base Homicide Shivers have an important role to play. Each and every Base Homicide Shiver is an inspector, investigating civilian deaths. We also have the DAC Handler. The DAC, DNA Altered Canine, is used for tracking specific criminals, and when intimidation is needed to control crowds or overly rowdy suspects. We also have the Paramedical Shiver. Though not as well equipped as the Shiver medics found in Cannibal Sector 1, paramedical Shivers are often attached to other Shiver squads, especially in more volatile sectors. Then there is the Fire Shiver. A small number of Shiver squads man battle taxis, equipped with water tanks and high-powered hoses. These Fire Shivers are the only city Shivers that do not wear green, instead they wear red. Then we have Information on Moral Right. Moral Right are a department of SLA who work specifically within the confines of downtown, targeting the roughest neighborhoods that sport the highest rates of unemployment. Moral Right's approach is widely disliked by Shivers and operatives, and plainly feared by those living in proximity to what have come to be termed re-education factories. These huge workhouses have become benevolent prisons to criminals, homeless, and the unemployed, all of whom have been rounded up from the streets of downtown by Moral Right's virtue squads. What has made Moral Right such a thorn in everyone's side is the jurisdiction that they hold. Most are unable to interfere with Moral Right's less than savory actions. Then we have the Web of Lies section. This is all about running a game, how to handle the blueprint news. Divided by colors, of course. Blue concerns street maintenance, white investigation, yellow retrieval, and so forth. Each color increasing in danger, These are the missions that the operatives are going to be carrying out. You have details on the media, on the campaigns, running one-shots as well, creating non-player characters, information on how the game master can deal with large margins of success or serious failure, highly skilled characters, using traits, handling edge cases, considering time scales, sponsorship deals, awarding ratings points, downtime, what happens between adventures and how to prep for the next scenario or mission. And of course you also have information on spending experience points. And what do I think of SLA Industries 2nd edition? My highest recommendation. If you like Doom, Quake, any of those first-person bloody and violent video games, you are going to love SLA Industries 2nd edition. And there is a sort of Smash TV element to things as well. This is a dystopian setting where the missions are carried out televised. People at home will watch operatives and their enemies die in gory, merciless ways, and they are going to love it. As an SLA operative, you want to play things risky. You want to be in the spotlight, in front of the camera, even if you need to go out of cover, even if you have to engage in melee when you would rather prefer using ranged weapons, firearms, explosives. No, this is all about what the public wants, especially if you want to obtain those reward points, those sponsorships. In that regard, I think that SLA Industries 2nd edition truly shines in campaigns. As your reputation grows, as you become some sort of dystopian sports star, except you are a bloody operative. The system itself is deep, but once you get the hang of it, things play out considerably fast. And this is intentional because they want to represent that cinematic action, because you are actually in front of the camera, within the game, within the fiction. There is a delicate balance between protecting your own life and looking good in front of the camera. The setting itself is bleak, mysterious, dark, with an infinity of opportunities to run campaigns for eternity. I also like the variety of the character species, or races in some cases, or variations. Things get really weird. You have monstrous beings, you have gonzo beings, you have variations of humans that have been modified. Truly my highest recommendation, especially for those that love dystopian settings and don't mind blood and organs splattered everywhere. I also think that this game is a dark reminder of what humanity could become unless we do something about it. This is a dystopia, but nonetheless, there is a philosophical message. Thank you for watching this review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.